Hey guys, today I have another speaker comparison video. So I just got another set of bookshelf speakers and we're going to be taking a look at these ones today and doing comparisons. So these are the DALI Oberon ones and they're a little bit about the company. So DALI is a Danish company, they're from Denmark, and the name stands for Danish Audiophile Loudspeaker Industry. So they literally have the name audiophile in their company name. And I've always been interested in them. I mean, like, I've always appreciated the Scandinavian, like, Danish type of design. Like, their peers are probably even more well known, right? Like Bang & Olufsen, I'm pretty sure like most people who are into audio know that name, or Dyn Audio, high-end audio enthusiasts would know Dyn Audio. So yeah, they're probably, those are the ones DALI like could be competing against, but I think DALI competes a little bit like lower segment than those guys. Like Dyn Audio can go pretty high. Bang & Olufsen, obviously, like they go pretty expensive. But I think DALI actually makes some like nice high-end speakers as well, but I would say they mostly compete in the mid-range segment. So this is actually their entry level. They have a lower end model called the Spectre, but this is their next level up from the Spectre line, the Oberon line. And I would say this is probably where their most popular products are. So in the mid-range category. So the $500 to $2,000 category is probably where DALI competes. So they're competing with brands like Focal, like Monitor Audio. I have set up my Monitor Audio Browns 50s here to compare. KEF, right? Bowers and Wilkins. And like the companies I mentioned, probably the most direct competitor is Dyn Audio because they're from the same country. And oh yeah, I thought I mentioned Brukart Audio as well. So Brukart is another Danish loudspeaker maker. So yeah, they also compete with DALI, I guess, as well, although not in the same price range as this one, because they tend to make a little bit more expensive bookshelf speakers. But yeah, I thought I'd just mention them as well. So you got Dyn Audio, Bang & Olufsen, and Brukart. It's a lot of Danish speakers in addition to DALI as well. So yeah, I'm going to take a look at these loudspeakers. I'm going to show you what I got here. So this is what it comes with. It comes with the manual and a bit of, I think these look like feet, where you can like mount these, put these speakers on a stand or something like that. I think that's what these are for. And then it comes with, this is a congratulations card. Okay, so look at that. And then it comes with the manual here. So yep, it comes with the manual here, and what they have inside this manual is basically I'll tell you about how to set up the speakers. So they have some illustrations here telling you about how to set up the speakers here, so that's pretty interesting. And yeah, it tells you about the grills, positioning, on wall. Yeah, so it tells you about the grills, positioning, connections, and the listening room, like setting up the listening environment, I guess. So yeah, a few things like that, and then other languages. So yeah, today we'll be comparing these to some other speakers in the same price range. So I got these for about $450 US. Normally they retail for about $600 US. And so we'll be comparing them to the Monitor Audio Bronze 50s, which also retail for around $500, $600 US. The Monitor Audios I also got on a sale, so around the same price, $450 I think. And these are what comes with the Monitor. I didn't show what came with these last time. So this is what comes with the Monitor Audio Bronze 50s. So you get like a set of Allen key wrench right here. Then you got like a sticky strip, I guess, to help mount it. And then you have the manual here. So this is, I think this is just going over, oh, this is just the safety instructions. Yeah, so there's nothing really exciting there. And then this is the one that actually tells you like how to mount it and connect it to, so you have the whole specification sheet right here, yeah, and the what it comes with. So that's what the Monitor Audio Bronze 50s come with, again around the same price. Yeah, it comes with two sets of these sticky things, I guess, to help mount it. And I have another set of speakers I want to compare it to, which is the MartinLogan 15Is I already have mounted, and I've had them for roughly a year already. I think it's a good comparison as well though, because they're about the same price range. They're about $600 as well, so it'll be nice to compare it to that. So yeah, just going over the specs of these. Actually, let's just show it with the grills off. So these are with the grills on. The Monitor Audio Bronze 50s have magnetic grills, so they come off fairly easily, like this. I usually like the look without grills, unless I put in my home theater system. I have the MartinLogans with grills on because I want to keep it more discreet. But usually in my desktop speaker system, I want to keep the grills off just to show it off a bit more. Especially the Monitor Audio Bronze 50 is really nice with the gold dome tweeter, right? So that looks really nice. And then DALI Oberons have, these ones are not magnetically mounted. They actually have insets that actually just, yeah, you just like push it in. So these ones a little bit more sturdy actually, the grills. So you have to kind of like pull it off and just push it in when you want to put the grills on. But they also look really nice too. See? So now you can see what they both look like without the grills. So just going over the specs of these two. Okay, so for the Monitor Audio Bronze 50s, they have a 5.5-inch mid-bass driver. So it uses a C-cam, which is Monitor Audio's like proprietary material, ceramic coated aluminum magnesium co-material, and they use damped concentric mode technology. Monitor Audio has a bunch of names for their technologies. Then they use a 1-inch gold dome C-cam tweeter with uniform dispersion waveguide. So yeah, impedance is 8 ohms, and frequency response 40 Hz to 30,000 Hz, and sensitivity 85 decibels. They weigh about 11 pounds. And I'll show you actually the cool thing about Monitor Audios as well is that they have 2 sets of speaker terminals here, not just 1 set, 2 sets. You can actually bi-amp them or bi-wire them. And I actually put foam bungs in here actually because I'm placing these fairly close to a wall. So yeah, I just don't want the bass to get like too boomy, so that's why I put these in. So yeah, 2 sets of speaker terminals here, really cool. I don't think the MartinLogans or the DALIs have that, so it's nice that you can bi-wire them or bi-amp them. And yes, they are designed in the UK, but not made in the UK, not at this price. And yeah, because Monitor Audio is a UK company, right? So, yep, that's the specs for that one. And then the DALI Oberon ones, 5.25-inch wood fiber cone woofer. So these woofers are interesting because, like, if you look at them, they look like they have like scratches, or they're kind of dirty looking. But it's actually because they're using like wood and pulp fiber, so that's why they look like that. So if you just look at them, you might think that, oh, it looks dirty, but it's actually because they're using wood fiber cone, and they're using a patented soft magnetic compound to reduce distortion there. And the tweeter is a 1 1/8-inch ultralight soft textile dome tweeter. So it's interesting because these are not just a typical 1-inch tweeter. They're a little bit bigger than a 1-inch tweeter, like the one that the Monitor Audio uses. So it's interesting. It's slightly larger than your typical 1-inch tweeter. So we'll see how that sounds. Frequency response is 51 Hz to 26,000 Hz. Sensitivity 86 decibels, around the same. The impedance is 6 ohms, so a little bit different. And these weigh less. They're about 9 pounds, so a little bit less than the Monitor Audios. And you can see that they're physically a little bit smaller than the Monitor Audios too. They're both rear ported, so if you look at them, yeah, you can see the typical rear ports for both the Monitor Audios and the DALIs. So fairly similar there, except I have foam bungs for the Monitor Audio, and only 1 set of speaker terminals here. And yeah, these are designed and engineered in Denmark. They give you a serial number. It says assembled and inspected by, which is nice. It's cool they put a touch here. They put an individual serial number and then who it was inspected by. So that's a nice added attention to detail. Even though I know these are not actually made in Denmark, not for this price, but it's cool that they add that. Oh, another thing I have to mention is that both of these speakers, like, they have really nice finishes. Like the Monitor Audio, I have this all black one, but the DALI I have a walnut wood finish, which is also really nice. They're both vinyl, of course, at this price. They're not like real wood or whatever, but still, I like the way that both of these speakers look. They look really classy, and the MartinLogans too. They're all pretty classy looking. So I think at this price, I think it's a good price, like $500, $600. Is like not the price where it's like too cheap or anything like that, but I think you're getting still really good value. Like, you know, I've been doing videos in the past where I reviewed like the $1,500 PMC DB1 Golds, or the $2,400 like Neat Audio Ministras, or the $2,400 Monitor Audio Gold 100s. Like, those are really, really expensive speakers, at least for me. Like, I know you can go even higher than that. But for me, I actually think the $500 to $600 range is actually the best, where you get the best, like pretty good value, and you also get a pretty nice looking speaker that's pretty decent sounding. So yeah, I think this is probably the range where I probably stay at. Because yeah, I don't want to get something that's obviously like really, really cheap or something like that. Because I want a decent sounding like speaker system for my desktop. But I also don't really want to go really expensive or anything. That's where you get diminishing returns, right? As with everything, you get diminishing returns as you go up the chain, but especially with audio, right? Audio is like the type of industry where, like you see this with cables, you know, power cords, stuff like this. Like people would pay a lot of money just for getting that extra small percentage of tone and like extra detail and clarity, right? Like, yeah, this is an industry where you see like $10,000 like speaker cables. It's ridiculous. So yeah, especially in this industry, it's like where people will like pay a lot of money. They end up paying a lot of money for just like a marginal small percentage gain in the sound. But I think we're already at this price range. You get like pretty good value, and you get pretty decent sound. You're already like, you know, fairly, like people will want to say like, oh, you know, $2,000, $5,000 speaker sounds much better or something like that. But you're paying many more times the price, right, for that. Like these $500, $600, good enough for me, right? So that's pretty much where I want to stay at. That's also why I got these new pair of bookshelf speakers. It's like, you know, you'd be like, Tom, why are you buying so many speakers all the time? Yeah, that's because I kind of just want to settle down at this price range, and then just the old speakers I probably I paid a little bit too much for them, in my opinion. But they're good speakers. I just, you know, don't think that they're like 3 times as expensive as these guys. Like, I have nothing against the PMCs or the Neat Acoustics Ministra that I have, but I just don't think that they're like 3 times as good sounding as one of these. You know, like they're like 3 times the price of one of these speakers. And I just don't think that they're 3 times, you know, as good sounding. So I think this is probably the, you know, the type of speakers, the price range that I'm going to settle at. So yeah, I think for me, around $500 to $600 is a pretty good balance. Like, it's not like the best value. Of course, you can find like Emotivas, you can find audio engines, you can find yeah, edifiers, like those type of speakers that are like really low cost and give you like really good sound for that money. But I think at the $500 to $600 range, it's not inexpensive. You're still like paying a decent amount of money, decent chunk. So you get some still like pretty good performance, but you're not breaking the bank, right? And you're still getting pretty good performance, I would say, for the price. So I think for me, at least, the $500, $600 range, I think is a sweet spot. You still get pretty good performance, not super top tier, but it's close enough. And yeah, I think you're not breaking the bank or anything. So yeah, I think that's why I decided to focus on this tier of bookshelf speakers. So yeah, let's take a look. Also forgot to mention that both of these have mounting holes as well, so obviously you can mount them to a wall. There's a mounting hole for the DALIs right here, and then for the monitor audios, you have like a little screw mount here. So yeah, let's take a look at these speakers and compare. Alright, these are the MartinLogan Motion 15i's. These have been my main home theater speakers for over a year now. They've been doing pretty well. So I did want to do another comparison to these because these are around the same price, about $500, $600 US in total. So the interesting thing is that MartinLogan actually sells their speakers individually. Compared to other speaker companies, they sell them in sets, in pairs. So it's interesting they sell them individually. But yeah, let's go over the specs here. First of all, it looks pretty nice, right? It's I just got the standard black finish. It doesn't stand out too much, but looks pretty modern. Comes with a magnetic grille. I put it on for my home theater because I want it to be more discreet, but let's take it off so you guys can see better. So yeah, I can see the drivers now. So yeah, going over what they have. So the 1x1.4 inch fold-in motion tweeter is pretty much what MartinLogan's motion series are famous for. So the folded motion tweeter, I would say, is a bit similar, looks similar, and I think it acts similar to an air motion transformer or a ribbon tweeter, but it's MartinLogan's like own like type of design. So I guess it's their own version of a pleated diaphragm type of design, or ribbon tweeter or air motion transformer. So it's similar to that, I guess. They call it fold-in motion. And it's probably what they're best known for. Their woofer is a 5 1/4 inch aluminum cone woofer with cast basket. So this is yeah, compared to the tweeter, it's not as special, right? And I think the other two speakers have more interesting woofer designs and more interesting materials. And that's pretty much it. The frequency response 60 hertz to 25,000 hertz, sensitivity 92 decibels, impedance is 5 ohms, and weighs about 12 pounds, which means it's slightly more heavier than the Monitor Audio Bronze 50s. So it's the heaviest out of the three speakers. And yeah, I just got the standard black finish here. Look at the back here. It's got your standard bass reflex port and set of terminals, single set. And MartinLogan is an American company, but for these low-end line, they obviously make it in China, just design it in America. And yeah, they have a mount here for the wall mount, so screw mount. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So the MartinLogan 15Is. So far, I really like them actually in my home theater setup. But it's interesting, I'm going to do a comparison between these three. They're all around the same price, and we'll see how it compares to the Monitor Audio Bronze 50s and the DALI Oberon 1s. Yeah, I think the most interesting thing about this speaker is the fold-in motion tweeter. This is quite different design than the Monitor Audio Bronze 50 and the DALI Oberon 1's traditional dome tweeters. So I'd be interested to see how this the highs actually compare. So yeah, let's stay tuned, and I'm interested to see how it compares against the other two.
척하는 겁쟁이 모든 양아치 거울 속에 난 Just a loser victory 선처분이 마찰이 떠는 쓰레기 거울 속에 난 Just a loser victory 센 척하는 겁쟁이 모든 양아치 거울 속에 난 Just a loser victory 선처분이 마찰이 떠난 쓰레기 거울 속에 난 선척하는 겁쟁이 모든 양아치 거울 속에 난 Just a loser victory 선처분이 멋처리 더는 쓰레기 거울 속에 난 Just a loser victory 쓴척하는 겁쟁이 모든 양아치 거울 속에 난 Just a loser victory 손잡으니 마찰이 더러운 쓰레기 거울 속에 난 loser victory 선척하는 겁쟁이 모든 양아치 거울 속에 난 just a loser victory 상처뿐인 머저리 더는 쓰레기 거울 속에 난 just a loser victory 쓴 척하는 겁쟁이 모든 양아치 거울 속에 난 just a loser victory 상처뿐인 머저리 더러운 쓰레기 거울 속에 난.
So yeah guys, now that you heard all three of these speakers in action, let me know in the comment section what you think of them. They're all around the same price range, like I said, $500, $600 US. And yeah, which one would you go for? Which one did you think sounded the best? Let me know. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching my videos, and be sure to like and subscribe if you like them.